Hi, welcome to this week's vlog, vlog number 16. So last week I spoke about just kind of some disruption to training and some of the kind of things I was trying to do to overcome those challenges. And that's kind of a continued theme this week. So what I want to talk about this week is a little bit about stability, environment, habits, and how those things can influence or affect your training, your performance. So first of all, I'll start off with just kind of looking at how I performed on those 6 a.m. gym sessions that I tried, just trying to get that session in before the start of the day, balance kind of family life, all those kind of things. And my numbers are just way off, way down. Jump scores were low, squats were just low, and everything felt heavy. I didn't feel tired or sleepy. I just like 20%, 25% worse performance, something like that. I've kind of measured it to that degree, but that's kind of just an interpretation of how I felt. I was working at 75% capacity. And if that's all you have access to, and you're just going to make the most of it, and just hope that when you came to train at a more appropriate time of day for you, or a more optimal time of day for you, then you'd see the benefit of those hard sessions. You were still getting better, but it wouldn't necessarily be manifested. You wouldn't see that until you trained at a better time. And the reason why I know that is because during the week I've been able to kind of get to the gym around about kind of mid-morning, lunchtime, just once or twice, and numbers were better. I felt better, numbers were better. I felt a bit stronger. The light weights didn't feel as effortful as they were before. So that kind of made me think, kind of like, well, everybody's got their own different circadian rhythms. It's finding the right time for you to make the most out of your training. But equally, that's not always possible. That's not always available to you. And if you only ever train at a time which is not great for you, that might make you think that you're not performing, you're not strong, you're not as fast or explosive as you actually are. And not to be too disheartened by that. Every training session that you do where you're working hard and you're applying the right principles will make you better. But sometimes you just have to kind of have a bit of a shift in how and when you train to see that appear. So I think kind of this week's vlog is kind of about, well, have an experiment around about different ways of training, different times of day, and all those kind of things, and find something that fits for you, which is optimal. But obviously, just knowing that optimal isn't available to you all of the time. We're not full-time elite athletes who've got control of our schedules. We're full-time employees with dads, partners, husbands, those kind of things. And these wives and girlfriends and not all, just everybody out there has their own different time demands and priorities. And you've got to kind of find the optimal solution for you. The other thing as well is as a lecturer, this part of the year is less structured for me. I'm not teaching. The days are less kind of planned out by external things, and I'm spending a lot more time with my daughter, which is fantastic. But again, it's less of a regimented activity, and that's had a knock-on effect on just like adhering to good diet principles, times of day, getting the protein content, calorie counting, and the general things I've been doing. So as you become more unstructured, opportunity arises for things to go out of the window, and I've definitely seen that this week. I've seen a decent progress compared to previous weeks, but that was saying a great deal, because that was kind of rubbish anyway through different other life factors. But if you can be as regimented and as habit based and have a good control of your environment, that's definitely going to have a positive effect on diet, lifestyle, training, and the adaptations that come with that. But again, just going back to what I was saying before, that's not necessarily life. And sometimes lots of other things control your environment on your behalf. You're not always in control of that. And then finding kind of different decision-making strategies that help you stick to a basic plan. The more chaotic your world is, the more likely you are to make poor decisions, I think. That's definitely what I've seen in my experiences and what I've spoken to about other people as well. So It's definitely going to be a challenge over the next kind of 4 or 5 weeks. So every week I come back to what the challenges are, and that's why I kind of think this kind of double body weight squatting challenge is not just about physiology, it's not about biomechanics, it's not about aging. It's about being a adult in a world where you've got family life, you've got work, and there's other biomechanical and physiological things going on as well, and still trying to keep an eye on getting better and improving, and then not kind of having anything one solution is going to work every week for every problem. But the thing I've really kind of drawn back on is two things. One is like I really want to do it. Even if I don't achieve it, I really want to have a really good crack. And in April, I think I've had a right good go at that this year. And I find myself finding solutions to get to the gym, to do the training, to stick to high training when I don't want to. My body's a bit sore, I'm a bit tired, or in previous years or in previous training programs, I would have gone, I wouldn't have done it. Which is why I've never got closer to a double body before, because there's always been a distraction, and that distraction's taken over and it pulled me away. And the other thing as well is like coming online, like nobody watches these things. If you're watching, you're one of the only few. But the fact I go on every week and post something about what I'm doing helps me solve out the problems, helps me be accountable to myself, and not just come up with a challenge like this is why I haven't trained this week, because it'd just be a 32, 40 odd weeks of me moaning about how life is difficult. Well, that's bollocks. But every week I come in and think, well, this is a challenge, and I'm not just going to come and say this is the challenge. This is something I've done about it. So this week I'm going to have to try and go late in the evenings. I'm going to try and go 7:30 at night and see if that's any better. Can I go consistently and go at the gym at that time of day and train well? And that training well isn't just about kind of physiology. It's about kind of, can I get access to the gym? Is it going to be absolutely ram full? Can I get onto the squat rack? I might be able to get to the gym, and all I can do is go on the bike for 25 minutes because that squat's free. So again, it's not just a simple thing of I'm just going to go at that time and that's okay. But yeah, that's this week's kind of thoughts about kind of where you can find an optimal environment, optimal situation that's going to make your goals easy to achieve. But have a kind of think, what if? What's the worst case scenario? Well, the worst case scenario this week is I can't go during the day. I might not be in control of being at home where I can cook my meals at set times. I might be out and about, and or other things interfere with my. So can I make better decisions when I'm out? Can I be a bit more prepared for that? Can I kind of plan meals in advance, and we can take them with us if we're going away somewhere, going out for the day? And can I do something to make sure that I'm as physically prepared to train at 7:30 at night as I can be? So again, that's kind of just some thoughts, no data. Hopefully next week I can come back with some information, some data about kind of my journey and kind of physical progress. But I said this last month has been about a mental challenge, and chugging along, keeping some progress on, not falling backwards, not into any bad habits, and really kind of coming through the other side and being much more physically and mentally robust for that. So that's this week, and I'll see you all next week.